first thing you do on a brand new Autotrol is you turn it on, and you have a bunch of numbers that show up, factory numbers, and then you also see a number saying 2P. Now that's programmed for 2 pumps. You will also see it says 0.0 manual hold. Now the controller always needs to be on auto, so we will switch that to auto. Now we will go into the programming mode. We'll go into calibration. The red light will come on, and then we will start by putting in a rate. We will just stay with the factory of 10 gallons an acre. That's per acre, and we will leave that target rate for the customer. The tank adjust rate, now that rate is when you want to go and change your rate flow in increments of 1 gallon or 0.5 gallons or 10 gallons at a time. I prefer to either leave it at 0.5 and go in increments of a half gallon at a time. So I will leave that at 0.5. So when you're changing your target rate, which is 10, if you want to go to 10.5, you hit the plus button once, and then it will go to 10.5. Now we'll go to tank volume. Now that's the size of your tank. The tank we have on this Great Plains 2 section is a 300, so I'll leave that alone. The flow cal. Now 1550 is a factory setting. The flow cal we have on this is 469. So we will go all the way to 469. Okay, so we are at 469 for the calibration of the flow meter. Now that's a water calibration. So that can be changed to the weight of the liquid. Now that's the customer's responsibility to do a pre-test. It's in the manual, but if all else you can call and I will walk you through a simple test. Now we need to set the width of our machine. This is a 30 footer, so it's going to be 360 inches. Okay, so to adjust the width of your machine, you're still in cal, red light's on. It says cal hold. When I flip it to run, the hold is gone and it says no boom. If I pick boom 1 up, it says 120 and it says number 1. Now we want to change it to 360 for the inches of this machine. Okay, now we can put boom 1 down, it says no boom. Pick boom 2 up, it says 0. Pick boom 3 up, it says 0. We're only using 1 boom on this entire machine. Now we can flip it back to hold, and we can go to distance. Now it's set for 0.189. Now that is a factory setting for radar or GPS. We're using a wheel sensor, so we're going to kind of give it a little bump. Now this will have to be a calibration done by the farmer on the go, and that's just going up if it's not going fast enough, or going down on this number if it's not going slow enough. We'll just start it at 5.0, and then that will give us a leeway of what the speed's going to be. Okay, our cal set for distance, that's going to be our speed. Now we are going to go to this 2P. It opened up, it said 2P, but we only have 1 pump on this, so we're going to change that to a 1 pump. Now we have speed. Now we can do a test run, which is what we're going to do to make sure our pump kicks on. To do that, you go ahead and you put in a speed. You can put in any speed you want. We'll just say we're doing 5 miles an hour. And we'll flip boom 1 on. We'll go to rate. It's going to say 0. It's going to read 0, but I want to see if the pumps kick on. And our pumps are humming. We can hear them. So put that in hold. Now if the pumps were actually pumping liquid, this gallons would change, and we would make sure it holds the rate at 10 gallons to the acre. We will try to get another test like that out in the field, doing a real liquid test in the future. Take it out of cal. Controller is always on no speed. To have it ready, you just got to have it to say auto, and when your drill goes in the ground, you start putting in fertilizer.